И в черный угол. Добро пожаловать, боксеры из Ирана. Welcome to the black corner from Iran, Sajad Mehrabi.
So if you're a fan of IBA boxing, this man a familiar figure indeed. 2013 and 2015 Asian Championship bronze medalist at 75 kilograms, and that is Sajad Mehrabi. Professional, he brings to the ring a 13-bout record, 6 victories, 5 defeats, 2 draws, 4 of his 6 wins coming inside the distance. 39 years of age now. A man who has been such a fantastic servant for his homeland in the 3-round format. Sajad Mehrabi preparing to make his debut on the IBA.Pro stage.
Встречайте, Cheerav Ashalaev.
Well, into the arena is a man who is no stranger to action on IBA.Pro night. Terrific fighter in the 3-round format is Cheerav Ashalaev, 23 years of age. 2023 European Under-22 gold medalist at 75 kilograms, winning 4 contests out of 4. That edition staged in Montenegro, where the prelims were in Budva, the finals were in Podgorica. An orthodox, composed, well-schooled boxer with a sharp, rapid jab and likes to apply front foot pressure.
Представляю вам соперников. И первым боксера в черном углу. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the black corner. Ему 39 лет, рост 178 сантиметров, вес 76,2 килограмма. Профессиональный рекорд 6 побед, включая 4 победы нокаутом, 5 поражений при 2 ничьих. Дамы и господа, он бронзовый призер чемпионата Азии. Ladies and gentlemen, he's 39 years old. He stands 178 centimeters tall, weighing in on 76.2 kilograms. Professional record, 6 victories, including 4 big wins coming by way of knockout, 5 defeats and 2 draws. Ladies and gentlemen, he's Asian Championship bronze prize winner, representing Rajasthan, Iran. Here is Sajad Mehrabi. Его соперник в золотом углу. Боксеру 23 года. Его рост 181 сантиметр, вес 75,8 килограмма. Сегодня у него профессиональный дебют, а его рекорд в IBA – 2 победы без поражений. Дамы и господа, он чемпион Европы среди молодежи 2023, финалист чемпионата мира 2021 из Буэнос-Айреса, Россия. Приветствуйте, Cheerav Ashalaev. Рефери Ракли Малазония.
So a quick look at the tail of the tape. Boxers at different stages of their respective careers. Let's listen into the final instructions. So Mr. Irakli Malazonia, the 3rd man in the ring. Now we're underway. This a contest made just above the middleweight limit. 76.2 kilograms. Truth be told, it's a fraction under the super middleweight limit. So 76.2 kilograms is 167.99 pounds. So effectively spent we're in the 12-stone super middleweight division. And the man wearing the black trunks trimmed with gold is a 39-year-old veteran, Sajad Mehrabi, making his first appearance on the IBA.Pro stage. Terrific boxer in the 3-round format. The taller man who is getting to work with a sharp jab both upstairs and down to the body is Cheerav Ashalaev, the under-22 continental champion a couple of years ago at the event stage in Montenegro. He was commentating on his IBA, it was a Champions Night event then, as a left hook to the body and right hand upstairs is countered by a left hook, and he put forth a terrific contest at 75 kilograms against Shadiri Musa Bogui, who he was heavier than by some 5 kilograms, but Bogui, the Tokyo Olympian, really did hang tough, and the 2 men combined to produce a terrific encounter. You can see the height and reach advantage enjoyed by Ashalaev, and as he's already demonstrated, Spence, the taller man from Russia who scores with a good left hook to the body possesses a terrific jab.
Yep, Ashalaev taking center of the ring, tall, straight-backed, Solid fundamentals, works everything behind the jab, likes to put the shots together, punches in bunches. Mehrabi is that seasoned veteran who will certainly give it a go. But Ashalaev is the guy that is expected to win this one, and he started this one well.
Right hook not attempted, landed with the inside of his wrist almost from Mehrabi. Looking to use the half-cover guard and the cross-arm defense is Mehrabi. And as you say, the favorite in the books may be the young hotshot Cheerav Ashalaev, but make no mistake, Mehrabi has been in the ring with some of the best three-round operators in the business, including double Olympic champion Arlen Lopez from Cuba, Janibek Alamkhanli, the current unified middleweight champion of the world from Kazakhstan, and Bektamir Melakuziev from Uzbekistan. So as he digs away to the body after making the right hand from Ashalaev go over his shoulder, and again, veteran now, Spence, at the age of 39, he knows more than he's ever known. The question is, when you get to that veteran stage of your career, how much can you still demonstrate from a physical point of view of the experience that you've accrued?
Yep, this is it, Ron. I don't think the experience ever leaves you. The mind always tells you one thing, but it's whether physically you can still implement that into the boxing ring. And Mehrabi will be still thinking he can, and he's getting off with some good shots on the bell there. That was a nice finish. Ashalaev dominated the round for me, worked well behind the jab, putting the shots together very well. But Mehrabi was a good response there at the end of the round to say, listen, son, remember, I'm here, I've got the experience, been there, seen it, done it, got the T-shirt. There we saw some nice work there from Mehrabi. And it was screw shot through the middle, went through the guard there of Ashalaev. Ashalaev kept his cool, come back with some lovely shots like that straight right hand through the middle. An amateur sort of style he has, very straight backed, likes to throw the shots, not to get too greedy, don't like to sit in the pocket, use that height and reach to his advantage, switches the attack underneath, and then a cheeky little uppercut to go in as well. So a good round there for Ashalaev, but Mehrabi will be very, very pleased with that one. Good success at the end of round one.
So we move into the second round then. It's a contest scheduled for 6. Cheerav Ashalaev, terrific left jab, and look at the breadth of the man's shoulders and the narrowness of his waist. Magnificent condition he's worked his way into. When you see a puncher when you see a physique like that, Spence, almost counterintuitively to the muscular punchers like Mike Tyson and George Foreman, these guys can get tremendous leverage on their shots, that waist acting as a pivot point for those broad shoulders to swing like a set of panniers, and by the time the shot arrives, often it can be loaded with leverage from a man built like this.
Absolutely. Ashalaev is built very well, and it's the way that he throws those shots, it's the fluidity that he throws them with, nice and relaxed, switches them up, unpredictable as well. And that's the sickening shot, that jab. He spears that out, that jab. It's a hurtful punch, keeps peppering away with that. The accuracy is great, and look at the punches there. Shot selection's brilliant. Slowly, systematically looking to break Mehrabi down.
Mehrabi takes his lumps and looks to end that exchange with a shot of his own. Ashalaev just increasing his dominance as he lands a good single right hand to the body, backs up Mehrabi to the neutral corner on this near side of the ring, and continues to work him over in that position of confinement. Halfway through the second round, and again Mehrabi continuing to show the 23-year-old Ashalaev that he's in with a contest, he's in with a competitor, but he's finding it very difficult to get consistent offensive successes away. His last 3 contests coming into this, Mehrabi were at 175 pounds light heavyweight. You can see that he's conceding inches here. So up at light heavyweight, he's conceding even more height. So used to fighting in the pocket, used to trying to use that cross-arm defense, but a lot of these shots getting through as well.
Yep, Ashalaev oozing confidence in there at the moment. He's taking control in this second round. Mehrabi is trying to go with him, but he's having to bite down a little bit. Ashalaev, again, working well on the inside, and he seems to be getting success, long range, short range. Mehrabi, as we know, is teak tough. He has that experience, and he's going to need to rely on all of that in this contest against this young man whose speed, accuracy, reach, precision, all of that going his favour.
So just some running repairs required to the left glove of Sajad Mehrabi. He's taken an opportunity to clear his nose, which he's not supposed to do. And again, well, this perhaps some veteran tactics coming to the fore here, Spence, because he was being put under consistent pressure. He got the binding adjusted, said to his coach, let me use that towel a moment, cleared his nose, went back out, said to the ref, oh, look, ref, I still need my glove adjusting. 4 seconds to recover.
Or was it, look, ref, hold on, I forgot to get my drink. That's pretty much what it is. Like I said, it's an old warhorse who's been there, seen it, done it. Amateur, now pro, and he's nicked valuable seconds there, hasn't he? Ashalaev, we know, is dangerous. He was getting into a rhythm. And Mehrabi done the right thing there by breaking that.
Indeed, 10-second clapper has sounded, but look at the refreshed approach that Mehrabi is bringing in these closing 10 seconds, having had that impromptu timeout to get his glove adjusted. So clever use of the clock from Sajad Mehrabi during that particular round. It's another round in the book for my money. It's another round in favor of Ashalaev. Boxing very well indeed, but as you pointed out, Spence, Mehrabi is keeping him honest because he will let crude punches go. He will let shots land wherever they may. And just to remind Ashalaev that he is in a contest and it's not going to be all his own way.
Yep, it's all about the development at this stage, and it's about picking the right opponents at the right time. Ashalaev is clearly the prospect here. Mehrabi is the tough old warhorse that you're guaranteed to get some rounds out of, who's got all the tricks in the trade, as we saw there in that second round. Went back to get his gloves taped up, blew his nose, looked for a drink of water, whatever it can be. So this is good experience for Ashalaev. Interesting to see if he can get this job done.
So we move into the third round then. Cheerav Ashalaev in his third appearance on the IBA.Pro stage mentioned the fact that his first appearance on what was IBA Champions Night back in March of 24 was against the Tokyo Olympian Shadiri Musa Bwagi, the southpaw from Kampala in Uganda. He was a 9th place finisher at the Tokyo Olympics, and that was a terrific contest. He then faced off against another experienced 3-round IBA boxer from the continent of Africa. He lands a beautiful left jab while on the move. Did you see that? Snaking to his right, shot out the left jab, and it landed to snap the head back of Mehrabi. But Mehrabi, again, flat-footed, remaining in the pocket and going in search of his own success. But his second outing on the IBA.Pro stage was against the 2022 Commonwealth Games bronze medalist. That's Youssef. I knew him as Changalawe, but I think he's changed his name, Spence, to Youssef Changarawe. Now tell me, when you were an amateur, were you ever introduced as Oliver Spencer rather than Spencer Oliver? Because that happens to me so often, man. I know a guy has one thing, you see him in another tournament, and his name's changed by a letter or two.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, so I boxed a guy in the Commonwealth Games semi-finals, Godson Soa, who was actually the nephew of Azuma Nelson. He boxed under Godson Soa in the Commonwealth Games, and as he turned professional, going on to box for a world title, it was something totally different. So it's not new to me, Ron. It's not new to me.
It was a beautiful corkscrew left a few moments ago from Ashalaev. There he's looking for the same shot once again. But it was a unanimous point decision over Youssef Changalawe, however you know him, but make no mistake, that is an experienced operator in the 3-round format. In addition to his Commonwealth Games bronze, participated in the World Champs last year, and he's one of the best boxers on the continent of Africa. As Mehrabi gets through with the right hand, then not too far away with a left hook. But that's an idea of the caliber of opponent that you get matched against on the IBA.Pro stage. Beautiful double jab and then bent on right. Left hook not too far away. And the head of Mehrabi being snapped backwards repeatedly, rendering him a bobblehead doll during that passage of the stanza from Cheerav Ashalaev. Wonderful portion of the round for the taller man.
Yep, Ashalaev, who's got those long levers, boxes them very well on the inside as well. Lovely work with the uppercuts, body shots, and shot selection very, very good. Mehrabi is teak tough though, and he's going to have to be as he complains about a shot going behind the head. Ashalaev, again, look at that shot selection, tapping a couple upstairs, looking to be creative, pull the elbows up before whipping in that left hook to the body. Didn't work that time, but I like the idea. There's a lot to like about Ashalaev, who's boxed very well, going for a walk there, just choosing to go for a walk when he wants to. Mehrabi is very, very tough, and he's got to be tough here. 3 rounds gone. Ashalaev really dominated each of those rounds. But Mehrabi is showing and proving to be what we know he is. Very, very tough at 39 years of age. Seems to be no slowing down.
And again, because this man has faced off against such accomplished 3-round boxers in his first 2 appearances on IBA Champions Night, the 6-round distance holding no fears for him, because even though both of those previous outings have gone the 6-round distance, he has gone and to hear the final bell. And there is a look of permanence about Mehrabi for my money, and despite the points that are being scored against him with sharp shooting lefts, such as that, look at the variety. We saw it straight from the shoulder and then a corkscrew like that. His defense is being breached repeatedly, but you get the sense that he's going to be here at the end of 6.
Yep, Mehrabi is that guy. Teak tough, and he has to be here against Ashalaev, whose shot selection has been brilliant tonight. Timing, accuracy has been great, and that's been the sickening shot. That jab, trust me when I tell you this, that jab that gets peppered in your face repeatedly is a horrible weapon. It is a weapon. It's not a rangefinder, it's a weapon. And Mehrabi, unfortunately, is on the end of that as he stabs out another jab.
Really struggling to evade that left hand, and as we saw in the replay sequence between rounds 3 and 4, oh, that's a nice roundhouse right. May have been a little bit of a slap, but the rugged Mehrabi continuing to remain committed to his task. He must be 3 rounds down after 9 completed minutes of boxing, but he is still in there pitching. And as the late, great Emmanuel Stewart told me, and look at that for a combination success from Ashalaev. If the man is on his feet, then the man is dangerous. Because how many times have we seen in this beautiful sport a boxer be trailing by a proverbial country mile? One shot can change everything in an instant.
Yep, absolutely. We remember Cole Frotz versus Jermaine Taylor. He was way behind in that contest, didn't lose heart, stuck to the game plan. 20 seconds to go, turn it around with a big right hand. And you just sense that Mehrabi may find himself in that position where he needs one of those winging right hands to turn this around, because Ashalaev is dominating long range, short range. Mehrabi won't give up hope because he's that character. He's tough. But Ashalaev is oozing confidence at the moment.
So Ashalaev switching to a southpaw a few moments ago as we go through the halfway stage of this 4th round, just presenting a different look to Mehrabi. Again, struggle to find a range with any consistency, and the feet of Ashalaev proving to be so effective at closing and expanding the distance as he likes. It's been a really difficult mission for Mehrabi to land with any sustained consistency. Takes a left hook to the body out of the southpaw stance and a chopping right hook upstairs. But again, he will be seeking to make Ashalaev feel his presence and let him know that he is there. But again, rendered inaccurate by the layback and the good use of the feet from Ashalaev. Beautiful corkscrew left out of the southpaw stance. That brings a round of applause from this knowledgeable crowd here at the SK Arena in St. Petersburg.
Yep, Ashalaev now in complete dominance. This is a working over here. Mehrabi, who's showing character to hang in there, but big right hand again there. Oh, sorry, left hand. At the southpaw lead here, and Ashalaev, look at this beautiful boxing display as he pins Mehrabi on the ropes, punching him at will. Shots selection has been brilliant, dominant. Mehrabi, what's he got to do to turn this around? You feel that he's got to throw everything and the kitchen sink now, because he's falling further and further behind, and as he walks back to the corner, he looks on unsteady legs, and you just feel that Ashalaev is slowly stealing this man's soul. He's sitting down in the corner. I tell you what, Ron, I'm going to have to do a good job to pump him back up, because it's been a systematic beating, isn't it?
Indeed, that's a very good point, Spencer. This deep into his career, fighting in Russia for the 5th time as a professional. It's a long way from home. He's got no support in the house. It's just he and his coach. But when you see the things that the man posts, he's a really prominent figure in Iran. And he remains a committed fighter. He talks about living with purpose. He feels that his exploits in the boxing ring and as a coach, passing on that wealth of experience that he's accrued over the years, he feels that this very much is his purpose. And so it's been hard. He's probably lost all 4 of the completed rounds that have been fought, but he's still got to keep his belief strong and tell himself that he can find a shot to win this. As we go into the 5th round, I mentioned the fact that as a professional, it's his 5th fight in Russia for Sajad Mehrabi, but it really is a case of have gum shield, will travel, because this man has fought all over the world. He's been in Ghana in West Africa, in the Bangladesh capital Qatar, he's been to Minsk, Belarus, China, so many other places as well. Ghana, such a fight factory they have in Buchan, with a left uppercut ripped through the middle, and then now back as an orthodox boxer. Look at, oh, that's a fantastic counter left uppercut from Ashalaev, who's now presenting a different look, hands down by his belt line. Punches could well be coming in from an angle that Mehrabi's not able to see, as evidenced by that whipping right cross, Spencer.
Yep, shot selection has been brilliant here from Ashalaev, who's really oozing confidence at the moment. He's just controlling that space so well, which is creating the timing. There's a nice fluidity, as I said, around his punches, switching from orthodox to southpaw, showing us a little bit of everything, Ashalaev. And Mehrabi is showing us one thing, that he is what we thought he was, teak tough, and he's got to be, because he's been punishing at times here. There we go, see there again, switching, orthodox, southpaw, back in the southpaw stance now, Ashalaev, and doing pretty much as he pleases here, and it's going to be difficult. Last, now approaching 4 minutes for Mehrabi, because it's been a punishing night.
So much variety and evidence from Ashalaev, going for a counter southpaw left as he continues to operate. Look at that treble left hand, my goodness. I don't want to overstate it, but remember the great Roy Jones Jr. out of Pensacola, Florida, said that he hit Percy Harris with 4 hooks at one time. There were 3 hooks fired out to head and body from Ashalaev in a terrific volley of punches.
Yep, that certainly was a great memory there, Ron. The great Roy Jones Jr. and Ashalaev trying to replicate that somewhat. Double, treble. Will we see the 4 at some point? Because I'll tell you something, this kid is oozing confidence. Shot selection's brilliant as he switches to southpaw and throws that left hand to the body, followed by the right hand to the head. That's 4, that's 5. Roy Jones Jr., are you watching right now? This kid is starting to take it to another level.
Pecking and poking with that left hand out of the southpaw stance. 5 shots in a row to head and body before he brought the right hand into play. Wonderful variety being demonstrated by Ashalaev as he scores with another whipping left cross, but then a right hand to the body, flung in by the veteran Mehrabi. And again, this will be a good experience for Ashalaev, because you can see that he's trying to break the man's spirit. But you will know more than anybody, Spencer, sometimes, as you pointed out, you meet a man like this whose spirit simply cannot be broken, and then you have to make that adjustment. How are you going to go about this? Work on your craft while remaining concentrated, but recognize that even though you can be hitting a man all night long, they're going to stay in there, continue to compete, and some men simply will not fall.
Yep, sometimes it's very difficult to beat certain opponents. Certain people have different strengths, different weaknesses. You know, you look at more recently Fabio Wardley, you know, getting systematically broken up round after round against Justice Hooney in his hometown of Ipswich, but he did not lose heart, didn't lose soul, and turned it around late on in the contest. And the Cole Focher, as I've already mentioned, you know, we see him a number of occasions where he was on the end of, you know, a beating at times, but stayed in there, showed that will to win. And Mehrabi has that in him, but I'm not sure he has the capability to be able to turn it around. But he's shown one thing, that he's got character. Ashalaev has been brilliant tonight.
Surely boxing a shutout so far is Cheerav Ashalaev. Again, with the finish line in sight now, even though the 6-round distance holds no fears for Mehrabi. Maybe he will be able to give it just a little bit more of a go and empty the tank in search of the finishing volley that he needs, because he must have conceded all 5 of the completed rounds. But again, not sought to hide, he's not sought to run in the boxing ring as he's picked off by another sharp single without reply. There Mehrabi gets through with a left hand of his own. Follow-up left hand wasn't too far away as he elects to drop his hands now, presenting his chin as an open target to Ashalaev so he can try and counter him. Not going to require timing because I'm not quite sure he's got the speed to do that.
Yes, exactly what it is. Timing creates the speed when you don't have that hand speed. Look at the shot selection now at the southpaw stance. Lead, right uppercut there, cheeky shot, doubles up with the left hand as well. This kid is certainly a good fighter for sure, because I love the way he uses that reach to his advantage, uses that height to his advantage, but he's very good in the pocket as well. Shot selection's brilliant, and you know, movement's very good as well. There's a lot to like about Ashalaev.
Or mention the fact that he's no stranger to the IBA.Pro stage, and that's a good right hand from Mehrabi, just seeking to keep Ashalaev honest, but Ashalaev takes it well, and he's putting together shoe shine shots now, whipping them up through the middle and around the corner. But he's been switching between the 3-round format of IBA, what used to be known as amateur boxing, and the pro stage, because his most recent outing came as recently as August, where he was a bronze medalist in the national championships, losing at the semi-final stage to Ilyas Magomedov. Fought so hard that at the end of that contest, the two men had something of a gentleman's agreement, and they just leaned on one another, Spence, before the final bell sounded. But it was a terrific contest. He came away with a bronze, and he demonstrated the type of sharpness in that 3-round format that he's transferring here to the pro stage, and the 6-round outing against the game Sajad Mehrabi.
Yep, sounds a little bit like myself and you, Ron, when we're in the commentary position before that final fight comes up after a long night of boxing, and we've got a long night tonight. Fight number 4 of 11. We will be leaning on each other for sure, but the action is all good here. Ashalaev, for me, has shown a brilliant work ethic, switching tactics from orthodox to southpaw. Body shots have been fantastic as well. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4 straight right hands, but he's gone to 5 as well. Roy Jones Jr. will be watching with a close.
I think Sajad Mehrabi is a man that could expose any frailties. Here's the verdict.
По завершении 6-раундового боя, единогласным решением судей победу одержал, ladies and gentlemen, after the end of action, your winner by unanimous decision, Cheerav Ashalaev, Buenos, Russia.
So fresh from his run to the bronze medal podium in the Russian national